because for the first time in several years, I just watched a few musical performances from, of course, the American television musical show Glee. And I have not, every few years, I go through this cycle and I reach this point where I say, do I want to watch Glee again? Do I want to welcome
Do I
the
want
Grim Reaper
to?
back into my life? And then I almost always I make it through like season 1 and I say like, we're good.
I stopped after season 3 of that episode, or after season 3 of that show. I never went further, and except for the episode where they honored Corey, like the quarterback
Sure,
episode,
sure.
I never watched another episode and didn't regret it.
I
That
did
being
make it
said,
through season 2 on the strength of the Warblers alone, essentially.
oh
Really,
my
the
god.
Warblers carried me on their back through Glee season 2. At which point I jumped off. Except the episode that I have seen after Glee season 2 is, of course, the famous school shooting episode of Glee
I've never seen
called Shooting
that episode.
Star. Well, it is handled with the same deft touch, the same loving hands that every Glee issue-based episode
I
handled
mean,
their
you don't
material.
even have to say Glee. With the deft touch that Ryan Murphy brings to every
Brings
single one
all
of his
his
projects.
projects. The handling of such delicate material. Ryan Murphy is like a museum curator who just goes around like smashing vases on the ground. He's
So we have talked about the Ryan Murphy death cult on this pod. Our
many. It's a
dear
running
readers
theme.
know the lore. In fact, I have so much to say about how Ryan Murphy chooses who he murders of his canon, and how it's not a coincidence that they're all straight people. It's yeah, it's messy.
It's something. Ryan Murphy, it's
I'm
like he has such a
Have y'all
passion for
ever
these
watched?
fragile things, and he keeps dropping them. He keeps
Well,
like
have y'all
stripping
ever
it
watched like Nip Tuck? Right?
a little bit, a little
No,
bit.
and I've
Yeah.
thought about it. I've thought about it to go back to really see where this all started for him,
Oh my god.
because I'm
Lord.
deep in it now, in that I have conspiracies involving Evan Peters and what his role is, what kind of deal with the devil Darren Criss has written with Ryan Murphy. Like there are some things going on here. But I haven't gone as far back as Nip Tuck, and so that's something
So
that's on my list. Good reminder.
there are two early Ryan Murphy shows that people tend to forget or just have never seen because they were so early in just the television auteur that is Ryan Murphy.
Of
Um,
course.
and it is Popular, which was
Which
a
I'm
CW show
looking
that
at
I watched.
on IMDb right now with Leslie Bibb.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. It started out, the first season has the Ryan Murphy touches to it, but it's somewhat normal. And this, sorry, I said CW, it was WB back then.
It was the
Um,
Dubba Dubba.
but then season 2 is full on Ryan Murphy bat insane levels. And then, yeah, Nip Tuck, which is, again, I mean, insanity.
Wow, they got it to a solid on the nugget 100 episodes of Nip Tuck, and then they called it a day. I've never seen a show land perfectly on the 100 episode mark, and yet Nip Tuck, through sheer force of will,
It
made
was
it
Also,
work.
Kevin, I don't know how your fancy thing works. Do I have to record on my side, or are we all good that now that you're recording? I should
We
have
are
asked.
all good. I am recording all three of you, or three of us. I'm so sorry. And
Takes a lot of trust.
yeah, I trust the machine. I am also recording the Skype call as just a real Hail Mary pass. I'm really putting my fate back in Bill Gates's tender hands.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Ryan Murphy now. Can we make
Please.
sort of like a board, a visual board, but for listeners, just like use your imagination. Red string yarn. We've done this before, and
Yes.
different plot points. So I think between the three of us, maybe we can get some clarity I don't already have. So there's Sarah Paulson, not a straight lady, not a straight woman, is
Not a
in
straight woman.
almost every canon of Ryan Murphy's. Let's start there. Why? What do we think that's about? Why hasn't he murdered her? What has she done to?
Well, now I'm
has
sorry.
she done-
Why hasn't he murdered one of her characters, or why has he not murdered actress Sarah Paulson?
Actress Sarah Paulson. Why hasn't actress Sarah Paulson fallen victim
Going
to some
down. I think
mysterious
the
death?
Holland Taylor connection is maybe too strong. You cannot hurt Holland Taylor that way. Maybe is what I am. Oh
Darren Criss.
God.
Where are we with Darren Criss? Why? What did Darren Criss do to continue to be in Ryan Murphy's orbit? Because it went beyond Glee. It went into Versace. Why?
Yes. Well, Ryan Murphy was a real star kid head. Ryan Murphy he loved Harry Potter musical. He thought Harry Potter sequel was maybe even better because they kind of reformed on the formula. They had a better technical base. That's what I'm assuming with Ryan Murphy.
Billy
I think he
Eichner.
just thought that he was gay and still just continues to think he is.
He's waiting for that moment. He's like, come on,
I
Darren,
think he
come on."
knows. I think he knows something we don't know. And I think it's significant. Okay, Billy Eichner, not a straight man.
Not a straight man.
Where's that? Because that's in American Horror Story, but it's in other places too, right?
He
This man.
really enjoyed Billy on the street whenever he ran up and just screamed,
Name a woman.
Yep. Whenever he screamed name
Which
a woman and people couldn't.
Name a Woman really is Ryan Murphy's whole creative ethos. It really is a show of name a woman. Boy, I am looking at Ryan Murphy's next project, and
Who's in it?
I cannot imagine. Guess who?
Is Evan Peters? Is Evan Peters? Okay.
Evan
called
Peters
it.
is in it. And there's oh God, you cannot imagine who he is playing. A very famous real life person. I'm sitting here and I'm imagining again the tender, thoughtful approach that Ryan Murphy is going to bring to Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story.